Welcome one, welcome all. We're making some cool things today. Getting started with some green TPU. I don't know if you guys can see this, but some really good green TPU. I like TPU a lot. It's a very versatile material, works well in a lot of situations. Not only can you use TPU for functional items like this sluice box you see in front of you, but you can also use TPU for gaskets. TPU is overlooked in my opinion. People sleep on this idea, but you can actually scan a flange or a part or something like that, and you can cut a TPU gasket on your printer, and you'll have that file forever, right? So if you have like a water pump gasket or a thermostat gasket, this is a really super cool use for this material, because I mean this is like very, very, very pliable, but also heat resistant. Heat resistant enough to be like under the hood of a car on a thermostat housing for sure. Uh-oh. Oh, dribble. This is it. Everybody talks about like the miracle, the magic of 3D printing, right? This is it. Once you develop a file, once you have the STL all put together, this is what it looks like. Back in the back over here, we have a mounting plate being cut, and that's a gray carbon fiber. It's kind of a cool material. Then up here we have a sluice box being cut, smaller in riffle size, right? You want to have different abilities to go ahead and classify different size river rocks and river gravels. So this is kind of a medium profile. We're making a smaller profile at this point. I have you guys plugged in. I don't know how long YouTube's going to let me stream, but I'm just going to let it go indefinitely unless my phone dies. I've never tried the meta of just making super long live streams, so we'll see what happens, right? Some people like it, some people don't. Cheers. Cheers. This is not an AI generated stream. This is real Folgers in your cup, the cheapest Folgers in my cup. But here, cheers to everybody out there. Atlas mason jars. Kind of have the same thing going on over here. Ender is slow. Ender is not like the fastest machine in the world, but Ender does work. And I think that's why I definitely defer to it, and I do love it, is because of the fact that it does work so well. It's only moving about 35 millimeters a second right now, which by today's standards is absolutely crawling. But inside of that, in the last 100 prints, I haven't had any failures. So I know the newer machines are probably pretty failure free too, but when you're running a large scale production style farm like this is, it's significantly easier to just have more machines as opposed to having fewer machines that go faster. The scale is really built through the number of machines. So as you can see, just even in this one little corner, you got 4 machines, right? They're all stacked up on one Creality Sonic pad. The one Creality Sonic pad has every piece of running data on, you know, all these machines. It's got everything you would want to know about it. Stores all your STL files, and you can set 4 of these things off at once at like, what, 5 o'clock at night, and then come back to it, and it'll probably be done in about 20 hours. So probably like noon the next day, you'd be able to come get it off the printer at 1 p.m. the next day. Garrett, what's up? I'm kind of new with this phone holder, so I'm trying to develop a way that I can see the chat, but also have access to the stream. Very, very, very new to vertical live streams. If you're familiar with the Maccabee Speed franchise does do live streams, but they're all more the traditional podcast, full frame 16:9 format. This vertical live is a new thing for me, but we'll learn together. Smash that like button. It's a great question, man. That's a hell of a question. What are we talking about here? We're talking about power outages on a 3D printer. If I have a power outage right now, and we're talking about a power outage across any of these pieces of equipment, if this machine has a problem and the power supply fails it, if that pad goes down for any reason and the AC adapter that fuels that thing decides it's going to take a shit on me, no good. All right, there is no good reliable backup that I have found, and I know that they like build in a small amount of technology that's supposed to like restart your print once it's done, but it always has errors for me. It doesn't really work right for me. So I'd say if you have a power outage or you have an interruption of power for any reason over that 20-hour spell, you're cooked. You're going to lose that print for sure, and you'll have to throw it away. A half-formed print is a 100% full-formed profit loss. So anytime you have an interruption like that, you're going to lose the material. Great question. What a hell of a question. Thank you. I'll try and be here to answer the conversation starter style questions like that, but I won't always be present behind a running machine, just watching a machine run. It's like paint drying, right? Oh yeah. You got it, dude. You got it. Ballistic gel. Blocks of ballistic gel. Really dirty ballistic gel, but it is indeed the real deal. It's actually in the way of the live stream right now. I was hoping to go ahead and move you guys closer to all of this magic up on the desk, but I gotta move this crock pot, as it were. Here we go. Oh, thing's heavy. Okay. All types of different materials. All right, cool. Less shaky picture. There we go. Bring you guys in a little bit closer, maybe even a little bit tighter. People like seeing this. We're gonna show it to them. Just a little bit better, right there. There we go. Trying hard here. Amateur hour. But looking good with the ender. This TPU material is rad. I do like this TPU material. I can't state it enough. The TPU is a good material for a lot of different purposes, and it has a strong UV resistance. You could leave it outside. You could use it in exterior type environments. Not bad. Roughly 18 hours from now, this will be a gold recovery sluice box with a fine riffle profile. There's 3 different profiles, a fine, a medium, and kind of a larger profile. That's to classify out large rocks, kind of like the raw gravels you would find in a river. And then the medium profile is more for stuff that's already gone through a sluice, whereas the fine is just for the final stage of recovery. We're gonna be cutting the 2 fine boxes here, both on this machine, as well as a secondary print of the same file on this machine. Got a mounting plate on this machine, number 3, and then over here we have a Nerf part as well. So going to be some cool stuff going on. If you do like what you see, do ask any questions you would like to see. I'll try and answer them the best I can. Says confusing developments. Good day. Hey, good day. Welcome to the chat. This is a TPU, a green material. Just saw someone printing a Lego build with 3D plastic pen. Oh, interesting. You know, honestly, I've never messed with the pens. The pen seems too manual for me. I look at the way that the extruder in front of you is moving, and I'm like, there is zero possibility I could personally be that precise. So for me, I'm like, you know what? The CNC aspect of having stepper motors do the hard work of being precise, I was like, that eliminates all the desire in my mind for me to use a pen. I don't want to use a pen. I want this thing to be the pen, right? Digital pen right here, best pen ever. And that's not to negate people's innate abilities, right? There's some people out there who might have like a serious ability to be able to do it by hand. I know there are skilled individuals out there. I just know I'm not one of those guys. Pretty rad material. It's kind of an interesting break from your regular day. If you're liking what you're seeing, if it's framed up well, if it's brightly lit scene that's intriguing, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Just trying to go ahead and get started. This is a smaller channel subsidiary of a larger channel brand that we used to have. Yeah, enjoy. In approximately 31 minutes, this has grown that much. So we went from nothing to something in 31 minutes. This is the process of 3D printing. This is literally how long it takes. At least for my machines. Some people have really fast machines, but I've opted to go the opposite directions and get slow machines and get a lot of them. So I have a lot of machines, and I make up for efficiency of the slower moving extruder by having more units, more physical units, right? It doesn't matter whether you have, 10 machines that are really fast or 100 that are slower, and they're all making the same file at the same time. The scale is the same. I will say this though, however, the faster machines I have noticed are more prone to, if they're not perfectly set up, breaking prints off the plate. So for me personally, I do like slow moving machines, low and slow, baby. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down. All interaction is positive interaction. Doesn't matter what somebody does, thumbs up or thumbs down wise. I appreciate all of it. Appreciate you guys being here with me today. Check out the farm. Well, one arm of the farm, as it were. You have to have scale of machines to be able to build profitability in the 3D printing industry in 2025. So even though my machines are slow, we do enders here. I have a lot of them. So what I lack in speed, I make up for in machine count on a grand scale. I have exponentially more machines than you see in front of you at this point, and all working together, it's like right, death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? It's really what it is. So we've got slow machines, but we've got really reliable machines that make quality prints. Let me go ahead and grab for you guys. Give me 2 seconds to grab for you guys exactly what we're creating here on this machine, and I'll explain it to you. Back again, as promised. Okay, this is effectively, let me give you a little bit of framing here. This is what we're creating, right? We're creating a sluice box. And what does a sluice box do? A sluice box is a device that is used to classify material and hopefully catch you some gold. You would use this taper, which would go in front of the sluice box to get more water into this small channel than would normally be there by physics, right? And that increases the velocity of that water over these riffles, thereby pulling out the lightweight material and leaving you with heavy gold or money in your pocket, hopefully. You can't put gold in the ground, so you don't know like if the pay dirt you're pulling out is actually pay dirt until you run it, or if you're just digging for no reason. But these are the tools that help you find that question out, the answer to that question. So this is a sluice box as well here. Got some cool stuff going on over here. You got a connector plate going on over here. If you guys want to take a closer look at that, throw it down in the comments. And we got another, basically a twin to this guy right here. Let's look at this connector plate. Oh yeah. Nothing fancy though, right? Nothing fancy. You see this one's got kind of more of an advanced matrix for the support itself, and that's just going to go ahead and build into a point where it has an interface layer, and those interface layers are where the actual usable print piece meets the support itself. If it wasn't for the support, gravity would yank it down and you would have a droopy, melting, psychedelic looking print, right? So unless you have a really good cooling system, you typically need to run the supports. A good cooling system can make up for that by kind of instantly freezing the filament where it's extruded, but it's not really a perfect science, and I would prefer supports over good cooling every day of the week. It's just more reliable. When you're doing stuff for money and not just because you like to see machines move, you want to get reliable prints, because otherwise you're throwing actual dollars in the actual garbage can, which sucks. Go ahead and pick you guys up real quick. You care more about stuff that you name. So this printer over here, this is Dusty. I take good care of him, right? This is Chief. Got Chief back there. Got Arlo. And we got Hercules. If you're a 90s kid, you do know that reference for sure. Nutty Professor. Shout out Nutty Professor. If you're not a 90s kid, you probably think that I'm old as shit. So thumbs up for being old. Thumbs up for surviving, bro. Thumbs up for hose water kids. It's funny. People always like make the joke and make the meme. But when I was a child, like they threw me outside right around that time, like breakfast would be over. It was between 8 and 10 typically on any weekend morning, right? And then there's no phones in the late 80s and early 90s, so they would just expect that me and my sibling were fine, right? They just expect that we're good to go. We would have no money typically. We would have absolutely no way for our parents to contact us or get in touch except for previously laid plans, like I'm going to XYZ's house, and then magically I'm still here, right? I'm live streaming now, so I did make it. I wasn't like abducted or trafficked or anything. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I did survive the hose water generation. And now it's like, I see these kids and they're afraid of a lot more than it seemed like we were afraid of. It's an interesting concept. Throw down what your thoughts on this are. As a guy in my 40s, also about my childhood, nothing like this existed. As a kid, 100% replicator technology like this, never, ever, ever in my wildest dreams did I think that in my lifetime I would be able to have an idea and then absolutely form that idea into the real world by the magic of 3D printing. This is 100% further than I thought we were going to get in my lifetime, and I'm grateful for it. This is a good time to be alive as far as technology is concerned. I know technology does a lot of, rampantly unjust stuff sometimes, right? But this is one of the good uses for it, and I do like 3D printing as a thing, as a hobby, as a business model, as a manufacturing process. I do definitely like 3D printing, and I'm glad that you guys are here hanging out watching it. Wonder what the record is for like the longest running live stream. Like if I just left this running for days and days and days and days and days and days, come hell or high water, I wonder what the like actual record, like Guinness World Record, would be for longest vertical live stream on YouTube. Is it actually continuing at this point? Is there still a live stream continuing that's adding to its record by the second? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. Only if the people want it, right? If the people get tired of it and it's just every comment is like, turn your stream off, I'd probably do that too. Now, I know some people out there are probably wondering, how is it that you run 4 machines simultaneously? And are they all running individual files on SD cards as traditional 3D printers do? And the answer would be no. This is actually a hub, a print hub, and it's the Creality Sonic Pad. And it houses all of my files. Oh shit, I'm about to unplug a printer if I'm not careful. It houses all of my files at this point, and those files are put there off of flash drives or off of solid state drives. And then it distributes them to all of these 4 individual printers. You can have up to 4 printers per Sonic Pad. The Sonic Pads have been really reliable for me. I get about 12 to 18 months out of each one, and then they kind of get hot and then they stop working. So I haven't found a good way to fix them. I just buy them again because they're like $90, and for $90 over the course of 18 months, it really does pay itself off. Having that ability to do the batch printing feature that you might be able to see there if you kind of zoom in on your phone. That batch printing feature means that I can click batch printing, select all of these printers, and have them all simultaneously cut off the same file at the same time with the same parameters across the entire farm, or at least this arm of the farm. So it is a good thing. It is a good efficiency thing. If you've ever had to start hella files at one time, it is kind of a pain in the ass. So definitely the Sonic Pad makes things easier for certain. If you guys had to make a choice right now, what do you guys prefer as far as an everyday carry is concerned? Would you prefer to have the CJRB or the tactical gears? This is a Damascus blade. This is a not Damascus blade, but this one is sharper and holds an edge better. Kind of stormtrooper looking. Kind of rad looking. Do like the teal scales on this guy. If you had to make a choice, both about the same price, both about 60 bucks, which one you guys like better? Had this one longer so it shows more wear signs, but both have been equally durable. The belt clip on this teal one does a lot better for me than this CJRB one does. It's kind of just floppy dick out there in the wind already. It's kind of bent out of proportion and it doesn't hold my pocket well. But other than that one critique, I would say that they are equal in build. What do you guys think? Now you might be asking yourself, why is this guy showing us like EDC style blades on a 3D printing thing? It's because I like to take these leftover byproducts, these strings from printing itself, and I just take it with a real sharp blade and just kind of slide across that edge. And it does almost 100% of the work that your heat gun would normally do because you're mechanically cutting that fiber as opposed to melting it into the base surface. And I've had really good results with this, just kind of taking that blade and going one way and then the other to kind of catch whatever grain is left up. It works extremely well. Now what you're going to want to watch out for, I know that there's going to be like the people who are concerned about this. These microplastics get everywhere when you start shaving it. So definitely don't do this and, like, you know, breathe through your mouth heavily, right? You don't want to get this all up in your system. But if you're smart about it, you'll be able to go ahead and just eliminate a lot of the work that you would normally have with the heat gun before you even get to the heat gun, which is an asset not only for you as a manufacturer, but also for the end user, right? You want your client to be able to get a nice clean product that doesn't have melted fucking blobs all over it because you decided to go ahead and heat up all these fibers into tiny little, you know, spheres of rubber. It's a good thing for everybody. Can't say it enough. If you are manufacturing stuff on a 3D printing scale, it's so easy on the CAD end to do your branding. If you're not building branding into your products, you are making a mistake, because it would be like, what, 5 keystrokes to not do this whole section right here, but by doing this, it gives it a continuity with the rest of your product line. Like, people know what that is, and it looks professional too by building that branding in. I think that people overlook branding on a grand scale a lot because they expect the product to just speak for itself. But at the end of the day, people do want to be sold. They do want you to tell you why they need this in your life, right? So if you do a good job at the marketing aspect of it and you show them exactly, hey, this is why this will make your gold collection process easier. This is why your gold cleanup and recovery will be a better process for you by integrating this product. You'll probably do a lot better in business because of that fact. Printed Trucker, good day. I did see the notification come across, my guy. I did see the notification. Thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you very much. Always good to spread the gospel of 3D printing, as it were, to new people. Sounds like just by your username, you're probably well versed, and welcome to the chat. Who am I? Am I the guy? Here am I. I'm the guy. It's me. Hey, like and subscribe. It is the Real Maccabee Speed from the Real Other Maccabee Speed channel. This is just my smaller subsidiary channel that I'm kind of doing on the side. And I don't know, it feels cool. I got to a point where I felt like my primary channel had hit a plateau, and I don't know whether or not that's because maybe my quality level dropped off, or maybe because I've been kind of shadow banned by the YouTube powers that be. But whatever the reason is, I do want to kind of give myself the best shot possible, so I'm kind of give myself a fresh start over on this channel as well. If you like what you see, this is an actual Maccabee Speed branch of productions. Give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up, sluice box, sluice box. What are we making, gentlemen? What are we making, ladies? We got the sluice box. This is a medium riffle sluice box in front of you, and in front of you you have the smaller riffle. The medium riffle would be for something that's already kind of gone through a sluice box or already gone through some other type of classification system, and you're kind of getting really down to the nitty gritty of what you want to do on the cleanup side of it. Whereas the fine profile here is going to be just a little bit better for really just pulling out the black sands. The heavy black sands that are associated with gold prospecting are some of the most difficult to remove. Some guys use a magnet, some guys use a bowl. I've seen the blue bowl concentrator. That's a really solid method of doing that. But this is also a solid method, is to go ahead and size your riffles accordingly to the gravels and pay that you're going to be putting through the sluice run itself. I don't have I'm not like a guru, right? I'm no Freddie Dodge here. But by the same token, I have done enough in the field research to know that this is a viable approach to it, as opposed to other methods of classification. Been live for about 68 minutes now, so this kind of gives you guys an idea of how long this physically takes. We're sitting about a half an inch high off the build plate, and that took just over an hour to accomplish. So in 1 hour's time, effectively, you can effectively think 3/4 of an inch in height. So this is an 18-hour print. This is going to go the absolute full height of this build envelope, which is all the way up here, and it's about 280 millimeters. So it's going to fill up the full vertical volume of this machine, and that's where a machine like this is going to be able to shine, is taking those long, tall items and getting good results out of them through slow printing and reliability. I love these old enders. These are like some of my favorite machines. I know that a lot of people have kind of deferred to the newer stuff or the bamboo models or what have you, but for me personally, low and slow, that is the tempo. I do like it. So if you like it, smash like. If you don't like it, smash the thumbs down button 2 times. What up? Look at that. 15 viewers. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. If you like what you see, thumbs up. Smash thumbs up. And if you don't like what you see, smash thumbs out. Thumbs down 2 times. So definitely, let's see. How do I flip the camera? I'm new to the vertical live stream, but I'm not new to donuts. And I have a bag full of donuts, and I figured I would go ahead and share a few with you guys. I also have some good coffee to go with it. So it opens it up to kind of an AMA style segment. Hopefully I'll be able to get my chat and not my chat, but my actual visual representation of what everybody's saying lined up on my screen with this phone holder. It'll be good to go. Let's see what I can do. All right, check the farm. Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Looking good. What's in the bag? Donuts. Hell yeah, donuts, bro, donuts. So, old-fashioned cake donut, right? Or not old-fashioned, but plain cake donut, no frosting. And then we got, oh damn it, my chocolate donut is kind of missing a piece there, but that means it's on the bottom of this other old-fashioned over here, which is a bonus or a drawback depending on how you look at it. I'm looking at it as bonus. So, donuts. Let me get a chair set up for you guys. Hang out and break into an AMA. Sitting down with you guys. Now hopefully I'll be able to do this fluidly in such a way to where I can actually adjust the phone holder and not end my stream. I'm no pro here, right? Oh god. It's already beginning. Boom. Alright, step 1. Remove from phone holder. Completed. Step 2. Point phone holder at less attractive subject, right? The printing definitely looks better than your host. So let's see what we got going on. Can I put this back in the phone holder without destroying my stream? Maybe. All right. So this is definitely kind of who dat say they're gonna beat them Saints. Here I am. Coffee. Donuts. America. Sprinkle donuts. Hell yeah. Cheers, gentlemen. Good as hell. There's nothing like plain sprinkled donut, cake sprinkled donut, and a mocha. Black coffee in a mason jar, close second, but mocha slightly better. Hell yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Cheers. That is why I'm not on camera either. Printed Trucker, welcome to the conundrum. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my workshop. Welcome to the Saints, the Saints hideout, right? Who dat hideout? I do like the Saints. I do like the culture of New Orleans, but the crime rate of New Orleans is off the hook. So if they can clean that part up, it's a hell of a place. It gets no better than this, man. It's just simple pleasures. Yeah. Patriotic donut. It's interesting though, right? It all kind of goes hand in hand. Patriotic donut, coffee in the morning, printing gold recovery stuff, right? That's kind of a frontiersman style ideals. They seem to like all kind of go together. So once again, cheers to everybody joining us. We're about in LA are you? Actually, I'm not in Louisiana. I'm not in Louisiana at all. I'm in California. And it sucks here. I hate California. I hate California. I'm constantly under the oppression of Gavin Newsom. The guy is just really... His viewpoints, I think, are counterproductive to the common good of the people. I can't say any more about it. But yeah, I feel like he doesn't really look out for his constituents the way that he should. And that's all I have to say about that. Cheers! Cheers! Happier topics. Sprinkle donuts. Oh. I'm gonna get out of here though. Mark my words. All 8 people right now in the chat, I'm gonna get out of here. Leave California. California's sucky. It's hard to exist here as a free citizen. El Paso to Orlando. Cool. That's cool. Texas is a pretty free state. Pretty cool there. I used to know somebody in Mineral Wells. I don't know if that's a very well-known place, but I did know somebody in Mineral Wells, Texas at one point. Cheers. Whoever made this, please improve your Java to chocolate ratio because this is incessantly sweet. It's incessantly sweet. I like a little bit more of a bite, please. Thank you. Yeah, where am I gonna go? It's Iowa. I want to go to Iowa. Iowa seems better than California to me in a lot of ways. I like the cost of living in Iowa. I like the availability of land. We're in Minnesota and hoping to relocate soon. MN, I think MN is Minnesota. I believe it could be. Where are we going? I want to go to Iowa. Availability of land is my big thing. I don't like neighbors, right? I would much rather like just have a nice little stable, safe, peaceful plot by myself with my family. It seems much better, much better. Maryland's settled in Montana. Montana's cool. Montana's cool. Excuse me. I don't really have a great scope of knowledge about Montana. The things that I have heard about Montana is that it's excessively nice there. It's people really, really, really value the land. And because they value the land, it's kind of a locals only style feel. This is purely speculative. I don't know anything, for certain about this, but definitely from what I have read in the news and the local circles, they seem like the people who are in Montana want to maintain the land in Montana generationally. That's what I could say. Sluice boxes. That's what we're making here today. Should I go for another donut? I probably should go for another donut, huh? Saints, printers, America. Is there anything else interesting back there? No. Not really. Pretty good ammo stash. Other than that, what do we got? Cheers. Flip you guys back around to something more interesting than my ugly mug. Let's get you... Is that how we did this? Yes, that's how we did this. All right. Let's see if I can do this without ending my stream and put you back in the phone holder. I did it. All right. Sick. You can kind of see here. This is the profile of the previous file that we sent, and you can see how much smaller, by about 50 to 60%, that this secondary one we're printing currently is. It's quite a drop in size, and it's going to go ahead and allow you to classify much finer stuff. Thanks for sharing the donut with me, guys. Ray Allen, not a bad choice. Welcome to the chat. All right, dudes. Gonna go ahead and end the stream for now at this point, and catch you guys in the next one. Probably do something a little bit different. Maybe do some heat setting. Maybe do something like that in the next one. But I appreciate you guys hanging out.